doing the electrical and trying to figure out routing on everything. This little panel is where the radio goes. Normally goes here, but this is the one that came with the car when I got it. And the radio that we got was in the upper panel, in the upper dash, this bad boy. So what I'm doing is I'm widening this here to here. There's a little slit there, down to here, and that should fit the radio. This is where the cigarette lighter goes. I think this was for power windows or the emergency switch, but we already had the emergency switch, so I'm assuming it was power windows. I think it was wired for that originally, but I'm not sure. And then a little dash light, which I also have now, and we're going to get that installed too. All the wiring with it is good, except for the cigarette lighter. Whoever did the radio, they took the power that was running the cigarette lighter and ran it to the radio. So I'm going to just have to I'm going to leave that wiring alone. It's already good. And I'm just going to run my own off of a different fuse. Put a fuse on it as well so that it's got the power like it normally should. And then I'm actually just going to run it off the power window fuse since we don't have them. That'll be perfect. It won't get overloaded. But yeah, I'll probably show a little bit of me cutting it. That's just kind of where we're at with that. And then getting it installed with the center console as well. So we'll kind of see that. I'll probably fast forward it as I cut it right here a little bit. Yeah, try not to bore you too much. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to get too is this plate. Oh, where is it? So, right here. This has that glue from the panel where it was glued in originally. But I'll probably cut it down to right about there. So it's going to end up covering that, which will be nice. Hold the radio in place. And then you can also see lined up with that line. So I'm going to make that fit, and that'll help screw it down, hold it in. It should look good. At least it's black, kind of blends in, but I'll get it lined up better. It fits pretty much perfectly right there. Oh, it's sharp metal. I do need to cut. Cut my fingers off. Oh, and these are pretty good for cutting metal. They're just called Hurricane. Very nice metal shears. Come on, focus. There we go. Hurricane. So I do like them. I've had them for a while. Used them for pest control, cutting exclusion, doing the chicken wire and shit. And they work really good. Used them for that, and then cutting through that really good. So good way to save, maybe a little money instead of having to buy a jigsaw and crap. You can get one of these and kind of get the gist of it here. Just be very careful. Probably good to use gloves, but it's so hard to use gloves. So that's kind of how I'm going to make the radio fit. And I'll show you what it looks like when we get that finished too. Obviously, it looks rough right now. This stuff's all pretty old. I don't know how old this little dash deal is, but I mean, look at that. Definitely old. There we go. Get it to focus. But this now slides in through here, as you can see. So we'll be able to get it mounted. Probably still have to clean it up a bit. but really, not too bad. So, just a quick modification for that, and that'll go with the electrical and getting the rest of the interior done. So, all right, put that down. Maybe I'll call it good tonight. So, perfect. And this will just be included with other updates. So I'll say see you later, but it's just like all one video. So. All right, and after getting that whole thing cut, I ended up getting it all put in, and it fits pretty good now. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and I did some painting too, so you'll see the difference there. But I think it's an amazing improvement. I got that little bracket to fit just perfectly, and then I think the red and white looks really good. The light works, stereo works too. I have the cigarette lighter, and this I'm assuming was for power windows, or because we have the hazard button, and I've seen that could be a hazard button, but I'm not sure. It might have been power windows. There's a lot of wires in there, so I guess it came. I've read it in a few places that these came with all of the wires for everything, but they didn't put everything in all of them. So like they have all the wires for power windows in it. So there's a lot of extra wires to go through, but I think it turned out pretty good. So we did this modification and getting this all done. I already had paint, so that was all $0 as far as the whole. Can we do it for under 500? So it's going perfect with that. And then I will be getting a few more things tomorrow, but I won't go too much into it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how that turned out. I am definitely happy with it. I mean, it's, not a good, but it's pretty much perfect. And since it's all black, it blends in nicely, I think. And the other thing I wanted to show is just the rest of the dash and where we're at. All the lights are working there. Got it all put back in, screwed down. I think it's pretty good. This is supposed to be a brake light. I think it's wired into low brake fluid level and the parking brake right there. So can't find it online. Found the fasten seatbelt one. See if that ends up working, but the the bulb works. So that's just some cardboard now until I get the little wood cutout that goes in there too, and that'll all be done. And get the glove box installed in the dash. So, which is also over here in the parts. Might put some carpet in it, make it look a little cleaner, clean up the bottom or something. But that is the update with everything inside, basically. Get the cigarette lighter in too. Probably wired. If not, wired as a cigarette lighter. I don't know. Could just do USB. But we'll see if I want to keep it all as original as I can. I might make that, since I don't have power windows, maybe like fuel pump switch, or put in some like auxiliary, the fog lights, like a kit like that. Might be a good spot for that switch. Don't know otherwise. And this does slide over here a little bit more too. So we'll have all that filled in. Looking a little more tight on that side compared to what's this look like. Yeah, exactly. Get it so it fits a little better. And we have a little more, we got plenty of space here. We can go over an 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, close that gap up a bit. So, all right, that's the dash and the inside. Working on the fuel next. Thank you for watching. And gosh, I really do like how that looks. Let me know what you think. I think with it being, I don't know, it goes kind of good with that wood look, and then everything black, the contrast. I don't know, I think it fits it, even though nothing else is really red. But I think it's still pretty nice looking for it. So let me know what you think. It is what it is, but I do think it turned out pretty cool. So, all right, see you later.